Good afternoon. My name is Damian Ishmael Farab. Welcome to another lesson in restorative justice or restorative science. Restorative science is the study of reparations. Reparations mean to restore. This pail represents the Atlantic Ocean. This pail with the water represents the Atlantic Ocean. The dolls that are in this pail represent the dead souls or the former captured Africans that went into the water before they became slaves in North America and South America. Now, it requires two people to play this game. One person represents the oppressor. The oppressor's place is right here. The other person represents the family member. The family member has 12 possessions that he or she can use to trade to receive the souls of his or her African ancestor after the oppressor reclaims them from the water. Now, each player rolls the dice once per turn. So I'm going to play both the oppressor and the family member. Now, I'm going to show you how to play as I go along. So you roll the dice on a flat surface such as this. 4 plus 3 is 7. If the oppressor rolls a 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 12, he or she picks a doll that represents a dead African soul from the Atlantic Ocean and reclaims it. And I put it right here on the oppressor's side. Now it's the family member's role. 4. If the family member rolls a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, then the family member chooses a dead African ancestor from the Atlantic Ocean to reclaim him or her and puts it to his side. Now the oppressor rolls again. 4. The oppressor rolls a 4. If the oppressor rolls a number other than 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 12, then it automatically becomes the family member's turn to roll. The family member rolls. The family member rolls 6 plus 5 is 11. The family member rolls an 11. If the family member rolls a number other than 2, 4, 6, 8, or 10, then it becomes the oppressor's roll. The oppressor rolls a 5. So the oppressor reclaims an African soul from the Atlantic Ocean. Now the family member, time to roll. 4 plus 2 is 6. The family member rolls a 6. The family member reclaims a dead African soul from the Atlantic Ocean. Now it's the oppressor's time to roll. 6 plus 2 is 8. The oppressor rolls an 8. It becomes the family member's time to roll. 5 plus 2 is 7. It becomes the oppressor's time to roll. 6 plus 6 is 12. The oppressor reclaims a dead African soul from the Atlantic Ocean. It's the family member's time to roll. 5 plus 4 is 9. It's the oppressor's time to roll. 6 plus 2 is 8. It's the family member's time to roll. 'It's the oppressor's time to roll. 5 plus 2 is 7. 3 plus 3 is 6. It's the family member's time to roll. 6 plus 3 is 9. It's the oppressor's time to roll. 5 plus 1 is 6. It's the family member's time to roll. 4 plus 2 is 6. A family member retrieves a dead African soul from the Atlantic Ocean. It's the oppressor's time to roll. 3 plus 3 is 6. It's the family member's time to roll. 3 plus 1 is 4. The family member retrieves a dead African soul from the Atlantic Ocean. It's the oppressor's time to roll. 3 plus 3 is 6. It's the family member's time to roll. 5 plus 2 is 7. It's the oppressor's time to roll. 2 plus 1 is 3. The oppressor retrieves a dead African soul from the Atlantic Ocean. It's the family member's time to roll. 5 plus 1 is 6. The family member retrieves a dead African soul from the Atlantic Ocean. It's the oppressor's time to roll. 6 plus 5 is 11. The oppressor retrieves a dead African soul from the Atlantic Ocean. It's the family member's time to roll. 6 plus 3 is 9. It's the oppressor's time to roll. 6 plus 3 is 9. The oppressor retrieves a dead African soul from the Atlantic Ocean. It's the family member's time to roll. 3 plus 1 is 4. The family member retrieves a dead African soul from the Atlantic Ocean. Now, all the souls are retrieved from the Atlantic Ocean, but the game is not over. Now, the oppressor has 6 African souls from the Atlantic Ocean. The family member has 6 African souls from the Atlantic Ocean. Now, the the oppressor and the family member must communicate to see if they can make a deal to receive one of the family members' 12 possessions in exchange for one of their African ancestors. So the family member can choose his or her death, his or her faith, his or her societal status, his or her economic prosperity, his or her humility, his or her ignorance, his or her disenfranchisement, his or her fear, his or her life, his or her knowledge, his or her citizenship, or his or her freedom to give in exchange for an African soul that's in the oppressor's possession. Now, whether the family member accepts or rejects this deal, the family member has to communicate orally or in writing, explaining why they chose to exchange this particular possession for an African soul, or why they chose to keep this particular possession and did not exchange it for their African ancestor. The objective of this lesson, the objective of this game is to teach us what shall we give in exchange to restore our families. What is the price that we are willing to pay to restore our African ancestry to us? What is the price that we're willing to pay to restore our Black communities to us? What is the price that we're willing to pay to keep our Black communities or Black families? In the name of Jesus Christ, this concludes the lesson. Thank you and have a blessed day.